Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was a whole lot of fun. Oh man. Even when I went to bed last night, I was thinking about yesterday. Yeah, I had that much fun. I went on a improv two. Went on a spontaneous yarn crawl with Felicity over at Felicity Creates It All. Good morning, Felicity. We had a great adventure. The morning just started out as, oh man, I gotta go do adult stuff. Someone not very intelligent in a far, far away land of make-believe decided that they were gonna tap into my piddly little bank account and try to spend a whole bunch of money. Big mistake. I'm gonna untangle this while we talk. How's that? So, of course, right away, my bank is all like, Amy, you know the funds are not there, not readily available. We're pretty sure this isn't you. We need to turn your card off. So they turned my my ATM card off, which is fine. It didn't leave me in any sort of predicament. No worries. So then I needed to go. They could send me a card, but it would take, a business week. And I had the day off, so I figured, you know what? I'll go down to the bank and I'll just let them print me a brand new shiny card. No problem. So after I dropped Lily off at school, the bank wasn't even open yet. So I went over to one of my favorite Japanese dollar stores, Daiso, and wandered around for a little bit. I needed a cable. What do they call those? Just a cable holder thing, but they have some really cute ones in there. In the car, my phone charger is pretty long, the cable, and I got a new mount for you guys to sit on. So I needed the cables too long, so I wanted to twirl it up and put like a little cable clamp on it so that it's not in the way or dangling in the car. Found a really fun one. It kind of looks like those little hat labels that you could buy and put on your hats. It's got like a little snap on it. Super cute. Mission accomplished. And now they've changed the store around a little bit, and there is an end cap full of different fibers. Very interesting looking fibers. One of them was called, I don't even have the bag in here. I don't have the bag to show you the things as I talk about the adventures. Well, that's not gonna work. How are we gonna do this? I know. We haven't done a photo montage in a long time. I could post a series of pictures of all the fun things that I found. Tell you where I found them. How's that? Well, since I'm sitting here, I'm working on a fire horse. Got the legs done, got the ears done. I want to use this. Don't even know what this is. I want to use this as the body. And I have some gold for the nose. I've got some thicker red stuff, which no clue where it came from, but that is a beautiful red, especially with the velvety scrap black I have. Oh yeah, I got a fire horse in my future. We all do. It's a Lunar New Year. 2026 fire horse. I'm here for it. And of course, as I'm sitting here creating a fire horse and talking about my future, my socks are sitting there, tapping their toes and glaring at me. Look at that, Missy. Ornery socks. I have tomorrow off. I might have to just focus on socks tomorrow. Let's do a photo montage. We went to a couple of yarn shops, went and got some delicious pastries. We went into a cute little, what was it called? Five beers and tacos, 5 tacos and beers. Cute little restaurant in Berkeley, California on College Avenue, right in the middle of just hustle and bustle and all that is clean about Berkeley. Found parking under this beautiful big old palm tree. I had a great day. I really did. After all the work, it was nice to just get away and enjoy some yarny leisure time with a yarny friend that absolutely loves fiber. I did find some fibers and some trinkets, and I found a new little, new to me little tool. You guys might have seen one. It's got the end of 2 little knitting needles on each end of it, and then it's got an elastic band, like a hair rubber band, a liga. It's got one of those that connects the 2 little knitted ends, and it's a multifunctional tool. You can use it, it says on the back, you could use it like a stitch marker, which I can see that. If you're working, you can stick that right through there. You could use it when you're knitting to hold, if you're working on some cables, to hold some stitches to the side so you could work in the others and then bring them back. Yeah, I just had a great day. And the weather, oh man, the weather was nice. I started all bundled up. I had not a homemade sweater on. I had my vest on, my down feather vest, and I had my pineapple shawl that I made from, I made that one with Fiber Spider. He sat with me here in my living room and showed me stitch by stitch how to make a pineapple shawl. He is such a sweetie pie. I just had a great day. As it warmed up, I started stripping. The vest came off first. Oh my goodness, when the sunshine came out, it was so beautiful. The crisp in the air dissipated. It was wonderful. And by late afternoon, the shawl was draped over the edge of my purse so that I could still enjoy looking at it, but not needing to wear it. I did make that one out of a very flexible, loose. It wasn't necessarily a thread like you'd make a doily out. It was doily thread. It was just vintage, so it was very, very loose and drapey, and I used a slightly bigger hook so that it could have a very relaxed feel to it. Oh man, when you feel like you're not getting anywhere with a knot, you are. You're just loosening it up so you can follow your end. I had a wonderful day, man. I'm looking forward to Thursday. Thursday, Felicity's coming back into town. She has some consignment items at a local farm store, co-op farm store kind of. So we'll get to hang out. Oh, I need to think, where can I take her that's like yarny fun around here? We've done the thrift stores and they're great, but you know, thrift stores aren't really, don't get me wrong, I love a thrift store, or an antique store I should say, because they are items that people have already thrifted and found and discovered, and then they put them on display to resell. To me, that takes away the hunt a little bit. I love going to a garage sale or a total like junk thrift store and finding the item and saying, oh, this is a lost treasure, getting it for as cheap as possible and having it become part of my treasure trove. Where can I take her that's yarny? We have a Michael's. I do, you know, it serves its purpose. Sometimes I need some big box yarn. I really like adventuring in these little LYSs. I don't have one right here. Unless we take care of business and then go over to Livermore. Livermore has Stitch and Revel. Stitch and Revel. That's a little LYS. Oh, and that's a good one to sit at. They have a nice little couch and chair in there. Maybe I'll offer that option. Well, I didn't make it very far on this, but I really should let you go so that we can enjoy the a picture parade of yesterday's. I'll do a voiceover. That way, I can tell you all the fun details on what you're looking at in my picture. Do take some precarious pictures and weird angles, and who knows what I was trying to point out or what had my attention. I like feeling like a tourist where I'm just like walking around going, ooh, ah, oh, I gotta show this. Oh, look at the colors in that. All right, friends. Enjoy these pictures. I'm gonna sit here and untangle this and talk to you on the video. Quack, squeak, squeak. Where's your toy? Good morning. How are you? How long have you been here? Oh, I had to have another cup of coffee. Take two, cup two. Let's set this closer to me. How are you? Oh my goodness, I've been having a lot of fun. And I know that I just said that I was gonna take a bunch of pictures and show you pictures and do a voiceover. That's lame. Let's visit. I wanna visit with you. Unexpectedly have 4 days off in a row. No work. It's going to be all fun and games. So let's visit. I want to catch up with you. I've been working on stuff. I've been buying stuff. I've been having adventures with yarn friends. And if I don't catch up with you now, when are we going to get to visit again? I just came from my room to get my baby. Remember the little baby pattern I found? Well, first I found the baby head that twists and turns into all the emotions. And it triggered me to want to buy a beautiful baby pattern with joints and little onesie feet and little hands, pajama hands. Why did I go get this? I went and got this because on my Yarny Adventure Fun Day, one of the first places I stopped at while I was waiting for the bank to open was Daiso. Daiso is a Japanese dollar store. Not a dollar. I think everything is up to $2 now, $2.25. Some things are more, which is fine. That's the trend, right? When I first walk into my Daiso store, they have a wall full of gorgeous bags. I love these project yarn bags. Some of them, they're all different shapes, tall, fat, narrow, even tiny little ones for socks. They just have beautiful designs that I don't see very often in very many places. So I got me a Daiso bag when I walked in. And what I was actually looking for was cable ties. In my car, I bought a new cell phone mount. I feel like we talked about this. Did we talk about this? Bought a cell phone mount, but my cable is too long. So I keep twisting it on itself
and it ends up all over the place. It feels sloppy. I'm trying to drive and it's itching my mind that that's not organized. So I found these cable ties. Baby, you need to sit down for just a second. I found these little cable ties. Don't they look like those, when people hand make the hats and they have those little tags with the rivets that they put on them? I have a little yarny feature keeping my car organized. Love it. So I was walking around and they had a yarn. At the end of one of the caps, they have a yarn section on an end cap. And now they've got all their hooks on both ends of the end cap. And I noticed tons of new colors and yarn. Daiso always had like the basic crochet kit, generic, not so good acrylic. When I walked by, some things caught my eye. Always looking for a natural color for baby dolls and amigurumi dolls and that sort of thing. Yeah, we're pretty close here. Let's see. It's super cold today, so bundled up. That's me. This is me. Let's see. Oh yeah, colors White Girl Amy, right here, labeled right there. No. Oh, that's lame, Daiso. You couldn't think of a better name for Amy's skin tone than beige? All right, well, basic beige girl found this, and it's super soft. It's just really nice. I think I'm gonna have fun with it. Only about one. I don't need more than that. I have. Oh, shoulder's been giving me a hard time lately. What else did I find? Check that out. Okay, so this is called Yarn Bubbling, and then there's Japanese writing that no clue. Then they have green in like 4 different languages. Verde is one of them, so got some Spanish on there. But it feels like it's got like an iridescent-y shimmer to it. It feels like scrubby, like that beginner tube yarn, that Wooble yarn, only it's more like that scrubby stuff that they have at Hobby Lobby. But it's a nice green. Sadie, we have company. Nice green. I was thinking a frog, a jellyfish. Well, I needed both. The pink is super iridescent-y too. It's not scratchy, but I mean, if you really scrubbed at it, you could get some grime off of a dish. But I was just thinking it's got like shimmer to it, like there's lights. This doesn't do it justice. Okay, for this one, I will take a picture and put it in the end of the video because I want to capture that iridescent-y, bubbly, looks like a bubble. And then, well, it's called bubbling, but I want to make something, a girl frog, a boy frog, snails. Oh, I just love my pinks and greens together. That's a watermelon. What else did I find? This is multicolor yarn. It's a thread. But it's really pretty. It's got 2 or 3 different shades of blue. It's got some purple, pink. Oh, there's a little makeup of what it'll turn into. I'm sorry, you're over here. There's quite a bit of it on there. And this is what reminded me of my baby, and that I have a bag. I have a bag in the yarn cellar full of body parts, baby heads. And so I was remembering that this, I used the sheep's pajamas, cotton, and it is I think it's a fingering. It's a little less than a DK. It's a fingering, and it made baby this size. With this size, which is definitely smaller than that, it's a thread, really, a lace weight 0 thread, would be this size. We'll see. I'm excited. So this is a project. You know what I was just sitting here thinking about? It's got this hole in here, and it's all spun on a one of those cardboard papers. I was going to stick that in there as the keep my project together, but that's creepy. We'll just leave it sitting around the house like that. That's less creepy. It's a little sleepy baby. Pink lips, red lips. Had fun. Went to Daiso. Waiting for Felicity over at Felicity Creates It All to get up, get dressed. Come on, we got fun to happen. She did. She decided to join me. I zipped over to her house, picked her up, and we thought, you know what? We got some time. Let's go on a long drive adventure. Felicity lives in Inner Bay Area. We drove all the way through the Bay Area out to the actual bay to Orinda. Orinda is technically an island, definitely used for, it was originally used for ships, building ships, putting ships together. But it's got a cute little historic downtown, absolutely adorable. And there's a store called Recrafting. Yes, I've always wanted to go to one of these treasure hunt stores. So you can bring things, craft supplies that maybe you're not into that craft anymore. Maybe you haven't used that fiber. Maybe there's something else that you'd like to use, and you can exchange it for store credit and buy some items there, which really helps their yarn department. Oh, it's a smaller store, but packed, ceiling to floor, full of all kinds of fibers, and it's organized. Oh my goodness, is it organized? There's all these baskets, and on the front of them, they've used their little label makers and put fiber content. All the colors are together, but it's fiber content, which is genius. I always struggle with how to organize yarn. Fiber, weight, colors, brands. There's just so many different ways to organize. You have to find a way that pleases yourself. I tend to organize mine with one exception. I put mine by weight because when I find a pattern, the pattern is specifying what weight yarn I should use. So I kind of go towards weight and then, like colors within the weight. Except for my kitchen cottons. I have 2 totes and it's labeled kitchen cottons, dishcloths. All of my utilitarian cottons go into those 2 totes to just make it easy to grab for. I know when I'm making a dishcloth, I just want to go straight to the dishcloth color palette and not mess around with much more than that. Store was amazing. I have pictures, but here's one of me and Felicity. Oh, come down the picture. Oh, yeah. Can't not have everybody in the picture. Everybody that gets to go. Happy to be there. I'll put more pictures at the end of what the store looked like in the inside. But what did I buy? I found this ironstone warehouse out of Massachusetts. They do have a lot of one-ofs. They have a lot of yarn that maybe someone bought out of a catalog or online. Maybe someone traveled there, bought it, brought it back. It is a melting pot for a huge variety, and the prices are incredible. Oh man. They had quite a bit of Lion brands. What is it? Respun? They were 75 cents a piece. Like extremely fair prices on a lot of items. This is what I found. Oh, that's not really showing up very well. It's peachy. It's a very pretty peachy. It's called Flake Cotton. 100% mercerized cotton. 1,500 yards. I'm gonna make a scarf out of it. That's not the color. It's not me. It's not. Yeah, that's poor representation. It's a very, very peachy. Well, is there a name on here? Color, nothing. Lot, nothing. But they put a gauge. No, silly. We're not doing gauge swatches. Let's see. Please purchase sufficient yarn to finish your project. There might be a variation between dye lots. I just got one. It had a lot of yardage. I'm going to make a wrap, a little neck scarf, a little something to put on to jazz up an outfit. It's so soft, and it's got that roving attribute where it's tightly spun, and then it's got a blurb, and then it goes back into tightly spun. I don't know, it just felt soft. It's a beautiful peachy color. I like it. And then, so there's scrapbooking stuff, there's embroidery stuff. They had embroidery kits that vintage, new, all different styles and pictures. What'd they have? They had a whole little library section. Oh man, just all kinds of marvelous things. Before you even get in the store, there's like a little atrium walkway, and they had all kinds of like weaving supplies, stamps. Oh man, crafter's paradise, I'm telling you. In the window, they had some items, and I will show you those items on Saturday. Come back. Please come back and visit me on Saturday. There is a Silly Yarny Sisters Socktacular video. I have purchased some items to encourage me to go into that living room, sit in my comfy chair, pull out that sock bag, and actually do some work. You know what? I said last Saturday that I was going to work on those socks. I have pulled those socks out multiple times, planned in my head. I went to the series of videos that I'm following. I found her video. I bookmarked the video of where I am. I looked at the sock. I watched the video. I refreshed myself. Then I put the socks back in the project bag and walked away. And I've done this multiple times. I don't know what my hang up is. Those will encourage me. Please come back on Saturday and see what I have spent a little monies on. What else did I find there? Oh, recrafting. So interesting. When I went to Jimmy Bean Wool's years ago, I think it's been 2 or 3, for the Sierra Nevada Yarn Crawl, I saw a shawl on Jimmy Bean Wool's, and I think it was, Felicity just reminded me of the name Macintosh. It's like an apple. For some reason, apples come to mind. Sarah McIntosh. There's a yarn line that has created, it's an old process of crocheting or knitting, but they created a new line and have revamped the technique. So it's assigned stitches. What it is you pick a yarn that has one small section running all the way through it that is different than the rest. You pick a very simple stitch for your project and you crochet or knit. When you come up to that tiny blurb of changing color, you put a very special detailed stitch and then continue on until you come to that color again. Assigned stitches. It's a type of pulling, only you're not pulling colors, you're pulling a fancy stitch. And what caught my attention was, it was that beautiful painting, that famous painting of water lilies. I believe I've talked about this before. It's in my mind. It's something beautiful. It's definitely something that I want to do. Here's the painting. I'll Google it. That painting, right? Okay, so the yarn that they used was watercolors, blues, greens, beautiful. And then ever so often, there was this hot pink blurb, and they used a lotus stitch. Tying the whole project together, they used a lotus stitch in there, and it had texture. It drew the hot pink color. You know what? I'm going to go on their website. They sell a kit. Could I have bought the kit? I could have just bought the kit. 3 years later, this project is still in my mind. I got to make it. I could have bought the kit a long time ago. I didn't. I take the hard road. So all this time, let me go see if I can find a picture of what's in my heart. Here it is. If not, there you go. There's a heart. I want to make it so every time I go to like the Dixon Lambtown Festival, I go to LYS's. I love to browse. I don't buy a whole lot of yarn. You know, it's not really in the budget to always buy a bunch of yarn, but I do keep my eye open for that unicorn yarn that's majority one palette or one color, and then it has a blurb. This is Swan's Island. This was part of the resale. Originally, this was an $18 hank. I bought it for $6.99, and it's a stunning purple, right? Purple. But in the hank, there are blurbs. Look at that. Very, very minimally. So I'm going to cake this up and I'm going to work it in a very simple stitch. I'm thinking not too simple. I'm thinking maybe like a seed stitch or just something lackluster, just a very basic something, but enough to keep me entertained. I don't want to be bored with it, right? Very simple stitch. And then when I get to that white, I'm going to do a fancy little elegant something that takes up the whole length of the white. Not sure on the stitches. This is, you know, a project in the works. It's taken me 3 years to pull the trigger to actually buy yarn for it. I could take my time and figure out what to do next, but I really want this to be my next big project. So interesting, on the back here, it says, this yarn is dyed using an ancient Indonesian technique called IKAT. A cat? ICAT? A cat. ECAT. I knew a lady named Eben, I-B-E-N, and she said her name was Eben, so maybe ECAT? I don't know. I'm not Indonesian. I should probably look that up. Which means to tie. Each skein is wrapped by hand, then carefully dipped into dye pots. When the wraps are removed, the striking contrast of the reset marks is left behind. Some colors then go for another dip in for a second color of dye. Each skein is completely unique. Heck yeah, it's completely unique. So I guess if they wrapped it and some stayed white, then if they dipped it again in another color, that white would change. It would probably change the rest of it too, but I'm excited. This is awesome. That's beautiful. My next big project. I have to have a big project going because we got the little Wooble Wednesdays. I got the duck dishcloth. I have the socks on Saturday. And then I have my big project. That'll be next. We had a great time in Alameda. Wonderful little find. I want to go back to that store already and just hang out and just be there. Such a cute little store. On the way back to Felicity's part of the Bay Area, we drove past Lafayette, California. Absolutely beautiful. And we stopped at another store. We did. We stopped in Berkeley, College Avenue. Adorable little store. They had some crochet kits. Woobles. They had some woobles. I didn't find anything on that trip that this stuff was still stuck in my mind. I really wanted to work with it. But it's definitely a close resource for me. They had a lot of popular named yarns, huge variety in fibers, and we stopped and had some tacos, got some lunch. It was right around lunchtime. Tacos, got some habanero octopus and some chipotle shrimp taco. Man, they were delicious, and they have really good coffee. Man, that was a good cup of coffee. Definitely energized me for the rest of my trip. Then we went to Lafayette to a little shop called, what was that shop called? Man, I've been there before. It was my LYS. It was the first little yarn shop that I'd ever gone into. And when I walked in, the ladies were sitting around knitting and talking. So it felt comfortable to go in and browse on my own since I'd never been in one, and just kind of ooh and ah and just in amazement of what was actually in a yarn shop. The atmosphere was very relaxed. The clicking of the needles, the women sitting and chit-chatting, that was definitely enjoyable. And then my experience proceeded to go downhill. I was a crocheter. They were knitters, and it didn't seem that they were very welcoming. And I almost felt like with some of their comments about the yardage knitting compared to crocheting, I was still very new and I didn't realize that big of a difference, but I got the impression that it was a waste of good yarn to crochet with it, is the impression that I walked out of that store with. And I didn't go back for many, 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 many years. Since then, I've only been into the store twice. Once I went on my own after I gained a lot of confidence and knew what I was looking for. And I went straight to their discount sales table and I picked up a garment quantity of cotton that I wanted and paid and walked out. I wanted it to be a nice garment that I ended up gifting. And then when we went in with Felicity, they were very cheerful, very happy. They were knitting and crocheting, and they had moved a couple stores down. So, times change, people change. I had a good time. I even bought something from them. Yard chicken. Isn't she adorable? Oh my goodness, she's so cute. This is a very special sticker. I'm thinking I want to put it in the back of my phone case, or I don't know. I just want to look at it all the time. She's such a fat, happy chick. And then I found a new toy, a new gadget. Have you ever seen one of these before? It's called Flox, Flox. It's for knitting and crochet. You can use it as a cable needle when you're knitting and you need to take some stitches off to work some and then put them back and work them back on. It'll hold stitches for you. It could be used as a stitch marker, which is incredible. It's got these tiny little bamboo knitting, almost knitting needle looking points. And then it's got a smooth transition to this little metal piece right here, makes a smooth transition into this little elastic band. So it'd make it very easy to stick that little bamboo stitch marker in there and then let it dangle, and it's free, it'll move. You could use it as a seam baster. You could use it as a slip stitch fixer when you're knitting. If you accidentally slip some stitches, you could use that to put it back on there. It is a small company, a local company. They're called Flop Stitch Markers, FLOOPSS stitchmarkers.com. They're made in Vermont. Made in Vermont. That isn't local to me. I thought the lady said it was a local lady. Maybe a distributor is a local lady. Huh. Anyway, I'm excited to give it a try. Nice little notion. It was a couple of dollars. So I thought, what the heck? And it's pretty. It's pink and green. It's watermelon. Cute little thing that I'll set on the couch next to me. I had a great day. I had a really good day. After we left there, we didn't quite feel like calling it an inn. So we went down the street from Felicity's house is a St. Vinny's. A St. Vincent de Paul thrift store. I love my St. Vinny's here in town. Hers was a lot bigger than mine. And we looked at some handmade sweaters and we talked about unraveling them and using the yarn. And we looked at fiber content, and we walked around opening the seams of sweaters quite a bit, looked at colors. You know, I've bought one and I didn't have the heart to take it apart. I really like that sweater. I don't want to undo it. We didn't find one to do. The both of us just kept thinking, oh, someone could wear that. Oh, that's a nice one. Leave it for, you know. Or I found one that was a really pretty color. Man, I'd love to rip that apart and make myself something out of it. The style wasn't what I liked, but the color was beautiful. Couldn't do it. I had a great time. When I got home, I had some happy mail all the way from Thailand. I don't remember. I think it was about middle school when I had a computer teacher introduce us to AOL chat rooms. Have you AOL chat roomed? There was a forum. I was obsessed. When I was little, I saved all my pennies and all my change, and I was hoping to go to Egypt one day. And I was in an AOL chat room, and I met a friend, a young lady who lived in Thailand. And we've been friends ever since. We back and forth with emails, back and forth with handwritten letters. Every once in a while, we'll send each other a little gift package from where we're from. She sent me some, I want to say papyrus, some paper made out of Nile reefs, and just, she sent me some amazing things over the years. Not last year. Last year was the Lunar New Year of the snake. The year before, my friend absolutely loves Hello Kitty. Her whole kitchen is Hello Kitty. I made her a Hello Kitty in a tiger pajamas outfit and mailed it to her. It took a long time to get to her, but when it got to her, she started taking it places with her and sending me pictures. Recently, I didn't send a snake. I don't know what happened. I didn't mail her a snake. I owe her a snake. I need to do that. But we're entering Lunar New Year of the horse. And this year in particular, it's a fire horse, which is supposed to be driven, good luck, full energy, making big changes, and proceeding forward. I'm excited. It's going to be a wonderful year. My friend in Thailand, unfortunately, they are going through civil war. There's a lot of scary things going on right now. A lot of scary things in her town going on right now in her land. And so her and her mom decided to take a trip to China, and they stayed at a Buddhist temple and just really reflected, felt safe, and spent some time rejuvenating. And she took her Hello Kitty tiger and sent me this picture. Doesn't Hello Kitty look adorable? In China, at a Buddhist temple. How exciting! What a thrill. So the mail that I got, man, I am long-winded today, huh? The mail that I got is a puzzle, and it is a paper cardboardish puzzle of the Buddhist temple. And I can't say the name of it. PUSU is the brand of the puzzle, and it's really cute. On the back of it, it says, build three-dimensional scenes and structures simply by inserting tiny cardboard parts, precisely laser cut. Oh, and they're tiny. I'm going to have fun. She said, it says, each piece makes a distinctive push, P-U-S-U sound when slotted together. Push, may be small, but the quality is real. Combine pieces in any way you want to create your own unique world. These pieces are tiny. So I have the temple to build. Can you see those little pieces? Oh my goodness. The pieces are so small. Of course they're going to make a sound when you slap them together. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm excited. I want to make it. So it got me thinking, you know, she's such a dear friend. And I really need to send her, I need to send her luck for the new year. When someone really appreciates what you've made for them and takes the extra time and effort to really like enjoy your item or wear your item or display your item, makes you feel good. So I started looking for horse patterns. Missy, over at Missy's Yarniverse, she did a Wooblin' Wednesday crochet kit. She did a fire horse. It was so cute. So I think I could do it. So I started thinking of colors like gold, black, fire, yellow, red. And I started digging through that huge scrap bin that I made a little while ago, a couple days ago. I think it's been over a week now. I'm going to use those scraps. I'm going to throw those scraps away. That's it. I'm done with that mess. The birds agree. We're done with that mess. So I started pulling a color palette. I wanted a little bit hefty, bulkier yarn. And then I found a cute little pattern, and not the one that Missy had. I will link the pattern in the description box below because it's super cute. It's also for a little soft-bodied horse. So here's the first one I made. Fire horse has a tail, and in thinking about it, there's a lot of numbers that are good luck and numbers that are significant. 4 is not a good luck number. It is not. And I made this tail. The original pattern only had 3 curls, which would have been fine, but I made 4 curls. So that kind of had me second guessing. I used this little 2 strands of some velvet yarn. One was from Michael's and one was from Dollar Tree. I found this cute color fabric, cute colored yarn. It's got some peach and some brown, and I thought it kind of looked horse colors. I ran out, so the last part of the head I did in a white, the same white as the feet. I thought it all blended together well. The pattern has these adorable little ears. I made them out of the same peachy white. I did the mane in this beautiful red. I'm hiding his face for a purpose. Beautiful red. I thought they looked like roses, and I did 8 of them. 8 is a good luck number. I did 8 of them. And then I needed gold, so I thought the muzzle of the horse would just be adorable in gold. I found some orange safety eyes that just, I thought it was going to pop. It was going to look great. Got it all assembled. Looked at my horse. Tell me that doesn't look like a rooster or a chicken. I didn't make a fire horse. I made a chicken horse. Look at that beak. It's adorable. Absolutely fun pattern. This is not what I intended. I love it. I love it, but I got yarn chicken on the brain. I gave her some cute little some little eye details definition. So I'm getting a little better with my embroidery. But this isn't what I wanted to send her. This isn't my intentions at all. There's no fluff and stuff in the feet. I did put some fluff in the body. I did say to, yeah, not exactly as intended. Absolutely adorable. I love it. I'll keep it forever. So I wanted to check, is it the pattern or is it the colors and how I'm choosing to use them? So I made another. I made this in a couple of waiting rooms. These only take me about maybe an hour, not even 2 hours to work up, but I didn't have fluff and stuff with me. So I left the body The body doesn't have anything. I did 3 as a lucky number. So I did the tail with the 3 as the pattern directed. I did the little feet. This is all the chenille, just chenille from the dollar store. I tried to use all my little rainbow colors, purple, green, pink for the little muzzle. I decided to go back with the purple. I didn't want to do the safety eyes. I didn't have any with me. Got some yellow ears. And then this blue is not the chenille, but it is a very light sport weight blue, baby blue. I love how the mane just does that cute little mohawk. Very soft body. This one goes in somebody's pocket. This one just folds up, curls up. Definitely made to snuggle with. She's a cutie pie. This one needs to go to some little girl. Make a wish. Stick her in your little purse. Put her in your pocket. Maybe the little free library. I'm not sure. Not sure. But I was thinking maybe I'll put it in the car or my purse, put it in a little sandwich baggie and put it in my purse, keep it clean. And I'll find the right little person to gift that one to. So it's not the pattern. The pattern is absolutely adorable. Problem is not the pattern. I think it's the palette, right? You chicky. Let's try again. Dig deeper into my yarn and I found some more of that chenille. No clue what I was making with it. I have no idea, but I found gold. Oh, come on, lighting. That's gold. That's a nice gold. I still had some black left over. Gold. I did the tail with 2. The number 2 represents balance, even ebb and flow, tranquility. I did not stuff the body because I really like how this one is just a little lovey kind of fluff, you know. Did the mohawk. I did 8. I did 2 curls going down the front, total of 8. I did black for the little ears to match the hooves and a red nose. Red is definitely a color, a lucky color. I did the eyelids, the little eye details. She's so sassy with that hair. Those curls just, man, those are adorable. Get them all going over the same direction. So I have a fire horse that I need to send to my friend in Thailand to help bring her good luck for all of 2026. There we go. I got a pony parade. It doesn't have Hello Kitty on it. And I was thinking maybe I can make her a little Hello Kitty keychain or something to send with it. So we're not going to mail her yet. I'm going to wait on that. I've been having fun. Got a flower square almost done. I'll come back and show you guys that one when it's completely done. No rush on those. No rush on those. Joy. Find your joy. Joy has ordered quite a few of the box card sets. She's doing the squares. I'm gonna keep touching bases and going back and forth and kind of working those kind of together, you know, no pressure, right? We got a lot going on, no pressure, just fun and games, right? So Joy's working on them, I'm working on them. We'll see. We'll see. Today, I believe Felicity's coming out my direction to update and check on one of her consignment shops that she has. If you want to, she updates her YouTube channel often. If you want to go take a look, she has a lot of her items for sale. Cute little, must-haves. They're adorable. So she has like consignment in a little local shop. Sounds like the little shop really is doing great. They sell a lot of handmade items. There's jellies and jams and soaps. There's screen printed t-shirt. People are doing those, you got my hand all dirty. They're doing those water cups that are, what's that called when they wrap them and enamel them? Sadie, come on. All right, well, now I'm all dirty. Anyway, I have another adventure today. I'll take some pictures. I'll take some clips. We'll get together soon. I know you're busy too. We've been sitting here chit-chatting all this time. There might be some dishes or laundry that we need to take care of. Don't do any of that. Go find some yarn. Have yarny fun. That's the good stuff in life, right? Thank you for visiting with me. I appreciate it. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.
I'm looking down from up in the sky. I don't quite get how I've been without you for all this time. Good God, I'm bent out of shape now. You got a body like a model.
All right. A really fun day, right? Man, I am so lucky to have a fiber friend that lives close enough that we can get together and hang out and have marvelous days. Cheers to good friends. And thank you very much, friend, for sitting with me while I untangled that ball of yarn. I got the mess all sorted out, and I'm ready to continue on with the fire horse. I will definitely be back to show you the fire horse when it's done, and I won't link the pattern for the fire horse in this description box. I'll link it when we talk about it. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Hey, spend a little time crocheting today, or just untangling some yarn. Look, I have more to untangle. It's all part of my ongoing project of getting these scraps under control. They're really taking over around here. All right, take care. Bye.